Today I'm going to show you how to set up a MIG welder, Millermatic 175 220 wire welder for both solid wire and flux core. And we'll show you the differences between setting up a 10-pound spool and the smaller 2-pound spool. Here's the inside of the Miller 175. Before doing any service work or changing wire, make sure it's unplugged. Safety first. Next, we want to see what size of wire we have on our gun. If we remove the nozzle and take the tip off, we'll see some numbers stamped near the threads. This is 035, and that's what we want to install today. Some others are 030, 023. Just check, make sure the packaging and your nozzle are correct. Additionally, you want to make sure the drive gear is set up as it's supposed to be. On the Millers, we got two grooves here. The one on the right is for 035, and the one on the left here is for 030. We want 035, so we'll put that near the inside. You also notice the polarity is set up for flux core right now, which means the work clamp is positive while the gun is set up negative. All you have to do is switch it around for gas and solid wire, which we'll do in a little bit. Now we're going to set up the welder for a 2-pound spool of wire. In this case, we're going to use the flux core. So earlier I loosened this nut, so we'll take that, the washer, the spring, large plastic wheel assembly off. Install your spool of wire so the wire is fed from the bottom, so you want it to go like that. Put the spring, washer, and the nut back on. It's always a good idea to keep tension on this, on the wire, so it doesn't unspool on you. This spool already has, but for this purpose we'll just keep going as it is. Take your wire, feed it underneath into a little hole. It'll feed through on top of the wheel, the drive wheel, and then into the liner. Down the wheel, the tensioner, and you're ready to go. Alright, right now our welder is set up for electrode negative, and we're going to switch it around for solid core, solid wire using a trimix gas. So check your welder for the appropriate polarity that you need, but on the 175 here, we'll swap around. This one is on the bottom is the drive, the top one is the clamp. So the clamp now becomes the negative and the drive becomes the positive. Make sure you have those tightened down either with a socket or a crescent wrench, which every welder should have one within reach at all times for gases and whatnot. Alright, we didn't feed the wire of the flux core through the liner yet because we're going to go with solid wire instead of the flux core. So, just going to back up, do everything in reverse that we just did with the flux core. take the nut, the washer, the spring off. Take that spool off. Put it through one of the holes. Even though this says 030, we want to use 035. This is the only spool of flux core I had, but so you want to put our plastic assembly back on. Spring, washer, and our nylon nut. Now the threading on the plastic wheel is reverse. So clockwise, take her off. Same principle with this as with the flux core. You want the wire feeding from the bottom. So there we go. I still got tension on the wheel, so it won't unravel. Cut off the end. So we got a nice clean end of wire. Feed it through on top of the wheel in the groove for 035 into the liner. Wheel down, tension her up. Now you're good to go. We'll run the wire through the nozzle right now. Alright, we got the welder on. We're ready to feed the wire. Make sure it's stretched out straight so there's no kinks in the liner, because if you got a kink, you got something, the end of the tip of the wire you're feeding through catches, could ruin the liner, and it'd be no welding today. So, take off the nozzle, undo the tip, don't have the gas on, and go ahead and pull the trigger, and we should have wire in just a few seconds here. There we are. Tip back on. Nozzle. Turn on your gas. You're ready to go.